Imagine you're on a boat sailing across the Pacific Ocean, when suddenly you slam into an iceberg. Oh no! All the oil is now leaking out of your boat! You are now contributing to the next environmental disaster. Whatever will you do? You have 4 options. 1. Set it all ablaze while it is still floating on the water. When the oil is still fresh, it can be ignited and burned off. 2. The use of booms and skimmers. Booms contain the oil, while skimmers, which include vacuum machines, sponges, or oil-absorbent rope, collect the oil. 3. Let the problem disappear on its own.
One eternity later.
If left alone, the oil will naturally break apart after a period of time with the help from high-energy environments. Or, option 4, you turn to Corexit 9500. What is Corexit 9500? It is an oil dispersant part of the Corexit product line. The earliest versions of Corexit were first developed by the Standard Oil Company of New Jersey, and the product was first put into use in April 1968, when 300 barrels were sent to the African coast after the SOS was struck and spilled oil into the ocean. Today, there are 2 forms of Corexit, Corexit 9500 and 9527. The difference between the 2 products is that 9527 contains 2-butoxyethanol, a possible carcinogen. Perhaps one of the most famous incidents involving Corexit was during the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, where 1.84 million U.S. gallons of dispersants were applied to not only the surface of the oil spill, but also injected underwater in an effort to clean up what was the largest oil spill in history, at a total of 210 million gallons. So, what is a dispersant exactly? Dispersants help break down large quantities of oil into tiny droplets suspended in water through the use of surfactants. Surfactants lower the surface tension at the oil-water interface. This allows the oil to disperse into smaller drops. It works similarly to soaps by having a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail that repel water while simultaneously attaching itself to oil. By breaking down the oil into tiny droplets, natural bacteria in the ocean can consume the dispersants and rapidly biodegrade them. They are generally applied to the oil by spraying from boats or small aircrafts and helicopters. Corexit 9500 is made up of a mixture of several compounds, which include hydrotreated light petroleum distillates, organic sulfonic acid salts, and propylene glycol. To better illustrate this concept, let's take a look at these fish. These cupcakes in the middle are our oil spill. The fish are the bacteria. Let's see what happens when they try to eat the cupcakes without dispersants. As you can see, because the cupcakes are bunched together in a large piece, it is difficult for the fish to eat. Now, let's see what happens when we sprinkle some Corexit 9500 on top. As you can see, the dispersant breaks apart the cupcake into smaller pieces, allowing more room for the fish to gather and eat it. While this analogy is a simple explanation of how dispersants work, it does not cover the intricate chemistry behind its function. While dispersants are helpful in cleaning up oil spills, they do not reduce the amount of oil entering the environment, but rather break it apart and spread it into the environment. Studies have shown that both dispersants and the dispersed oil have created a significant negative impact on marine life, not only in fish, but also in coral and birds. When broken down, dispersants create toxic waste that alone, or along with the oil, can be more harmful to marine life than just untreated oil. Furthermore, the short-term and long-term impacts of dispersants on the ocean have not been sufficiently tested. Therefore, its effects should be thoroughly considered before use.